Hello, you're watching FTMKingdom with Theo. I'm really sorry I didn't do a video last week. It was just I wasn't really feeling that great, and then I had my post-op thing on Tuesday, and after that I was just really busy. So I thought it'd be better to just cram 2 weeks into one and make it a multi-week instead. Um, so last week we were talking about masculinity and femininity, and my basics ideas on that would be I don't really like that every single thing, even if it's not really written, it's just people just know, like unwritten stuff. I think it's kind of annoying that pretty much every trait and activity is assigned a masculine or feminine thing to do or thing to wear, and I just think it's like I think that's just a bit over the top, and I don't like how it makes people then feel like they can't do what they want to do because they'll be seen as something they don't want to be seen as. Like, like a guy doesn't want to sew because he thinks then everybody's going to think he's really girly and make fun of him for it. I just think it's like, I think it's sad. I mean, people should be able to do what they want to do, and I don't think in the way that, oh, you should just do it, because though I do think that that would be great, it's a lot bigger than that because it's what everybody else thinks, and it's more of a fear of being judged because most people, not trying to make a blanket statement, but most people do judge things like that, and I don't think that's fair. So I think it needs to be a society thing, it needs to be changed. Or just not put so much fucking emphasis on it. They just need to calm down, like it's the 21st century and guys can sew and cook and all sorts of shit without it being, and people just making a big deal out of it, and it's not fair. I don't think it is. Um, in terms of personally, I have no idea whether I'm more masculine or feminine. I would guess I'm more feminine. Um, I have quite feminine mannerisms. Those words would just not come out of my mouth. Feminine mannerisms. Not even gonna go there. So, but I think when I was presenting as female, because, like before I came out as trans, and I was so like, fuck, I need to be female because I was in so much denial. I think I was a very masculine, female coming across that way, and people used to say all the time, "Oh, you look like a boy and you act like a boy," and everything. And but then since I came out, and I know I'm male, and I'm presenting as male, obviously, um, I get a lot of things saying I'm feminine, and it's like I can't win. So I would probably say I'm androgynous, and I think my traits are pretty androgynous. Like I'm good at like masculine things and feminine things, and I don't really care. Like I've said before, I love pink. I'm quite a good cook. I can sew quite well, and I don't know the first thing about fixing a car or anything. So, like stuff like that, I think would probably make me quite feminine, and I I don't have a problem with that. I don't think it really impacts on my identity at all. Not in a negative, over the top way. Anyway, um, I keep looking at these fucking chickens. My mum got these little Easter chickens, and I just think they're so cute and so fluffy, and they're just staring at me, and they're so sweet. Yeah, that was pretty feminine, but they're sweet. Um, so yeah, we can forget I did that. Um, so this week is talking about activism. I'm really sorry if my voice is kind of droning and boring. I feel like a lot of my videos I just sort of ramble and nobody really picks up on what I'm saying. Um, if you have any suggestions, feel free to comment, and I will. I'm probably opening myself up for a shitstorm right there. But basically, activism. I'm not currently doing anything to be active in, or I'm not doing anything outright. Look, I'm not like volunteering for a charity or anything, but I would love to do that at some point in the future. I think mainly, I'm going to quickly look at the topic description just so I don't say anything stupid. Talk about what needs to be done to make things better for trans folks. Do you participate in any activism? What do you think about it? Blah blah blah. I think the main thing that needs to be done is like education so that everybody isn't so fucking ignorant to what it means to be trans and saying like just the most hurtful, offensive things. And I mean, some people are amazing, and you're just like, thank you for but we shouldn't have to thank people for being nice people and like tolerant of us. I think that's really, it's like, oh yeah, thank you for not beating the shit out of me. I don't like that. Of course, I am thankful to the people, but it's a little bit fucked up. That we feel grateful that they're not being assholes to us. But like, I mean, there's this Facebook group called Media something, Transmedia something, and it just talks about trans people in the media and when people like the media portray us quite badly, or like they make slurs and stuff in programs, and being on that, it really, really brings down your idea of humanity. There are so many stories like in the Daily Mail and everything about people getting put in prison because they are seen as defrauding their partners for being trans. Um, and like they're being put in prison for like 3 years simply because they pretended. I mean, some people may have been genuinely pretending, but gender issues and stuff, and they're being jailed for it, and it's weird. I understand that it's probably not nice to be um lied to, I guess, or anything like that, but they're not being sympathetic to the person at all. And then there was this one I read today, and there was this little box, and it said, it just had this random little snippet, and it said Hilary Swank in Boys Don't Cry played a girl pretending to be a boy, and I'm just like, did you even fucking watch the film? It wasn't about that. He was a boy, and it was a true story, and that person was a boy. And it annoys me that people are still making these mistakes because it's like it's not a pretending thing, and there are a lot of people that think it's a choice. So then that's why they lash out because they think we're just being awkward and wasting their taxpayers' money if we're on getting stuff through the NHS, and it's not nice. So I think the biggest thing needs to be education and just making sure everybody understands that it's, you know, being born cisgendered, a lot of people take that for granted, and trans people who want treatment and need treatment, they deserve it because that's the one thing most people are born into the gender that they are, their body aligns with. And so if you don't have that fundamental right or privileged or whatever you're going to call it, then you need to change that. That's how I look at it. Like if there's a problem with you, like you've got something wrong like in your bones or anything, you get treated for it, and it's exactly the same thing. I don't see why people think it's like something really nasty. Um, that people should just get on with, you know. Um, so yeah, education. I think that is the biggest thing, and just get everybody aware of it before we move on to anything else. Because if nobody's if nobody's open to it and understand what's going on, they might not be as receptive to any further activism we did. Like getting them to help pay for, well, not pay. I don't know what other. I don't really have any concrete ideas, so I can't give any examples. Um, I think that's all I have to say. Thank you for listening to that odd little ramble. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I will do a quick reveal of my chest just because I want to. If you don't want to see me topless, or you don't like scars or scabs or anything, then just turn off now. So this is what my chest looks like. This all here, this bit that still looks like a boob is just swelling. Um, yeah, so I'm pretty happy with it. My post went okay. It's just that everything's healthy, everything's fine. Thankfully, no complications. The only thing was that my surgeon left a staple in. I went 12-hour round trip to get my staples out, and he left one in. So then I had to go to the hospital and get it taken out um, elsewhere, which was I was pretty annoyed about that. I understand it was a mistake, but it's just ugh. And I wasn't very happy with the staples. I've got kind of like a thing about stuff being stuck in me. I say with two great big rings in my mouth, but there's a different thing. So yes, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next week.